So, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I fucking noticed? A couple of
We
episodes.
haven't been recording for a week.
Yeah, that could be it too. I was gonna actually say the last couple of episodes since I've been editing this motherfucker, I noticed we haven't fucking told the true story in a minute.
We haven't.
Yeah.
No.
And what fucking sense is a story called True Story, bro, without fucking true stories?
Fucking story!
Exactly.
The story! Do it, Italian man.
Yeah, the fucking stories.
The fucking
stories. Stories in there.
Fucking Mulian.
It makes as much sense as a ninja with echoes.
I see what
Love
you
you,
did.
On that note,
Oh shit.
It begins.
Oh my god. Oh man.
Yeah.
The fuckery has started.
Well,
yeah.
we're here.
Yes, we are.
Episode, I don't even want to know the fucking number.
It's it's 51 at this
Is
point.
it 51?
It's
I
51.
thought it was 52.
Nah. You stupid.
We ain't on that DC shit
You
yet?
stupid. We're just watching a whole bunch of DC shit, and this motherfucker's.
It ain't new 52?
It's not new 52. It's been old 52.
Shout out.
52?
The old one.
Okay. Pre.
Oh, nah, man.
Alright.
It's the
I'm one of
replay.
your boys here. I'm your boy Riz Yasendu, aka Sir Wednesday, Scourge of the Internet. Pass it on to my left.
The Black Caesar. Pleased to meet you. And across from me is my.
I'm here. We're in my place back again. I'm here around house. Yay! And everybody that tuned in to watch me do live stream Division 2, watch me and Echo. I'm about to say Echo nigga.
Same thing.
Anybody that tuned in to watch me do live stream with playing Division 2 with Echo Ninja, tune in again. Probably tomorrow I'll be playing a lot. We're playing this shit a lot because a lot of shit to do. You got this dude level 500 gear score finally today.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Basically, a lot of shit you got to go through.
Gotcha.
We got it.
Division 2, huh?
Yeah, it's good.
Nice.
What, y'all played on PlayStation?
Yeah, playing on PS4.
Of course you did.
It's awesome.
I believe it.
But yeah, tune in next tomorrow. I'll be playing again. I'm not sure if Echo Ninja's gonna be there, but I got a team I run with. But I'll be definitely live streaming. So
Remember, we record. So what day is that gonna be? Because this is gonna be out by
tomorrow.
Tomorrow's when? Say the
Doesn't
date.
matter.
Okay, that's true. You'll always be on tomorrow.
Exactly.
All right, so okay, so fucking let's see. Have you guys heard about the Savage Avenger shit?
I don't know what the hell that
Absolutely.
is.
I caught the first
What
issue.
is it?
Well, basically, it's a group of the most savage Avengers, man. But for real, it's just you know how Doctor Strange handpicked the defenders. Well, this
Right,
is
right.
okay. Well, this is a certain case involving magic, and I know what you're thinking. If it's magic, then what the fuck is Wolverine, Punisher, and Venom involved with this? Well, you got one deciphering factor, and
Besides,
that's
they all kill people.
well, yeah,
That's true.
Well, yeah, very true.
They
And-
kill
Yeah,
yes.
hence the purpose.
No, not
To death.
Not
Yeah.
all people.
Yeah, I'm talking about in general.
Yeah.
This ain't political.
Political comics.
Yeah, I'll get on that. In a minute.
Yeah. I mean, but the real surprise team member or guest star on there is Conan the Barbarian.
What?
Yeah, I know, of all people, right?
What?
Correct.
Yeah, I didn't know Conan was Marvel product.
Oh, he is. They own him.
How the fuck did they wait? Time out.
They've been owning him for
Zach Morris time out.
Fuck you.
Oh.
Hold on, so I gotta do this?
So, how the hell did Marvel have Conan? I thought Marvel was not in charge of Conan. Even when they made the cartoon, when did they get properties of it? Time in. Time in.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure this keeping this one for you. Now fucking.
Oh, shit.
Fucking ass.
Yeah, they've been, I think Yeah, they've been owning them since was it 1970? That's when they
Really?
first. Yeah.
So the cartoon was actually them doing that. No wonder certain cartoons like Fantastic Four and Conan looked alike. Like, yeah, I was like, because the same artist, you could tell the same animator who did the Fantastic Four cartoon did the Conan cartoon because it looked the same. They looked at this
I had the same
roundish,
type of art
this roundish thing. This
What about the Iron Man cartoon? Fucking
I think it was
with a
different.
mullet.
True, I think
mullet
it
was
same
real.
Word.
Yeah, that mullet was on point.
Absolutely. It was so weird.
I think it's the same artist who did the same animators who did the Hulk as well.
Possibly. I like that. I was a big fucking.
Yeah, it was
But
good
they
stuff.
did change the animation too. Like when it first debuted.
Oh yeah, it fucking gradually got better.
When they first debuted, which fine. Then I think it was a season 2 when he took the Hulk out of him, and then Hulk was by himself, and then he was like,
I need to get the Hulk back.
I think no, when he transformed into the Gray Hulk for the first time.
Was that what that happened?
Yes.
I thought it was something else.
Nah.
But yeah, the crazy thing about fucking Savage Avenger, and I saw it because, I'm always on consulting the Googles. I'm always fucking doing my thing. Got my news feed. I go look at it like reveal about the Punisher that might change people's perception about the Punisher.
Yes.
And when I saw that shit, I was like, yo, that's crazy because it's not too far-fetched to not make sense, but it makes things even sadder. So basically, in the article, it was basically showing me how they started with the original origin of Punisher from back in the day with the original Spider-Man issue where he debuted.
Yes.
Then they started showing every different incarnation of his origin.
Including that punk ass zombie Punisher.
Oh, Frankencastle?
Frankencastle.
What the fuck was that?
A waste of ink.
What
Waste of ink.
was that? Like somebody really clue me in.
Hot garbage.
What the fuck was that?
So you want to hear some real what the fuck? So this fucking, I don't know if he was like a demon or a witch or a sorcerer, basically reached in like Frank Castle's mind to reveal the truth from him. He's like, you don't want to know what happened to your family? He's like, I know what happened to my family. I lived that day basically over and over again. And basically he's like, so you still trying to hide from the truth? He's like, what fucking truth? Like that nigga sees. And this is the thing that blew my fucking mind. So Frank Castle, you know the story. Oh, he was with his family, ambush, boom, they got sought, caught up in a crossfire.
Right.
They're basically showed in the comic, and this nigga basically broke down that there was a fight, but instead of his family getting caught in the crossfire, this nigga had like a PTSD moment, and he used his family as human shields.
What?
Exactly. I'm like,
no.
Oh shit.
So they going that route?
That's kind of dark.
It is.
That's fucked up.
That's very dark.
Very dark.
Like just like they did in the Boondocks when Santa was running from Riley, and he picked up that little girl and used her
as a fucking shield.
That shit was funny. I'm sorry.
No, you're right.
But I saw that.
Hey, what you out?
That shit, like I was like,
wow.
Oh shit! I dropped my phone after that. I'm like, goddamn, because with a character like Frank Castle, motherfucker never had it easy. No. And for throwing that in there, now I'm gonna have to read further issues to see where that goes, to see if it's truly what happened. But think about it. He was a fucked up individual. Shit happened to him. He was in like a crazy ass war type situation.
Yeah, he was a Vietnam vet.
Correct.
Yeah. Multiple different wars, I think. He went on a little bit different multiple wars.
Well, in the original,
yeah.
But when I saw that, I was like, that's pretty crazy. Fucking crazy. But motherfuckers are getting their balls up as far as like gritty writing and shit. I mean, look at now we see, like we mentioned before, The Boys. We would never see something like that as a comic being introduced as like an actual show, and they did not as much, of course, as a comic.
Of
because
course,
it's still TV, still a rating system, and I did that upside down for a reason.
We got Watchmen. We got Watchmen,
but it was nowhere compared.
The Blu-ray was actually
Did you watch the show yet?
I haven't finished it,
bro.
Nowhere
near
the comic. Yeah, of course.
No, I mean like Watchmen. That's like a kid hit with a slingshot, and the freaking Boys is like somebody hit you with a nuke. Like it's not the same. It's not the same thing. Yeah, not the same thing.
By the way, I meant to mention to you, the Boondocks is coming back.
Is that right?
By the original writer and
Cameron Booth?
Yep.
Oh, so they're getting a
And
redemption.
everybody's coming back apparently. Everybody signed up to
That's
come
good.
back.
That's good.
The only person that we will not have.
Charlie Murphy.
Charlie Murphy.
That breaks my heart, man.
That's gonna
Oh man.
I mean, I'm glad to hear that, they're gonna get, right back on the horse again and do it right. Because that's the whole reason it failed.
Season
The first
4 was trash.
Yeah, because the creator had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, it was
Nothing.
just like a whole community situation. The
Kinda
main
like
character, main person was gone, so it was like
Right.
shell of itself.
Yeah.
It was pathetic.
It was.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know. Maybe because now, back then, it was like a shock value when it first came out.
Yeah, a lot of people were offended. I'm like, why?
Why? Yeah.
Yeah.
Black people weren't offended.
Everybody was offended.
Yeah.
But were they wrong? It's just
Well, they
I know some motherfuckers are still mad about that BET episode.
Yo, that shit,
With the fucking
Deborah Evil. Yo, they did Deborah Evil. Like, what the fuck?
The Return of the King one was good.
Oh,
that was great.
Black entertainment television. If I never heard so much bullshit in my life, I was like, wow. Wow. But I guess now, because the times are changing, motherfuckers are trying to be more real. Because why not?
But even so, when they said they're coming back, they're going to, like, I think now they're not. They won't be holding back at all because they don't need to anymore. Back then they tiptoed, and they were edgy. Like,
I would say more sidestep than tiptoe.
yeah. Well, there's something like if you look at Drawn Together. Drawn Together was like, yeah, it's all this. You take all this racism, white supremacy,
but what
fat shaming,
because it
Drawn
basically
Together
made a reality show.
Drawn Together would never be like they would never bring back Drawn Together now because it just wouldn't.
It made its mark. It's like doing the moon landing over again. Like, bro, we seen it. It was monumental the first time.
Yeah,
Right.
Let's not do this.
No need to resurrect it again.
Correct.
Yeah.
but
the Boondocks,
Even though it was hilarious.
Yeah, it was. It was.
There's also too. There's a lot of stuff that's been. I can see how the Boondocks come back because there's a lot of shit that's been going on.
Oh yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
they're in Chicago. Let's get that straight.
Yeah.
They're in
A lot of
Chicago.
shit's happening in Chicago.
Right. They're in Chicago. They're in the north side of Chicago. So they're in suburbs, right?
Mm.
So there's a lot of shit going on in Chicago. They probably gonna talk about that shit.
Oh sure.
They gonna talk about Trump. They probably gonna
Well, of course.
They gonna talk about. I guarantee you they gonna talk about BT.
Of course they gotta go through everything.
They
Mumble rappers.
Oh, mumble rappers.
Oh Lord.
Well, they did talk about that.
They had rappers, but they weren't mumble rappers.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
Like,
And they probably gonna go back and let's talk about R. Kelly. Ooh.
Yeah.
oh man, that's true. They can revisit that.
Oh my
shit.
God.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What a shit show that turned to be.
Seriously.
Is this Timon? Is this Timon?
Shit.
Or they can talk about prison reform and all that. They can do a lot.
Oh, true.
They can do a lot. Or
They can get on Michael Jackson.
and you know
That's true.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? They could definitely delve on that shit. They could delve
It's
on
basically like a Chris Rock.
Or Prince.
Yeah.
It's basically like a Chris Rock fucking comedy show. Because you know how Chris Rock, he has to simmer. He's like a governor. He got to sit there and stew. He's got to wait for the years to go by. He's like, I got it. Now I kill these niggas with this shit. So I think that's probably what they're doing with the fucking Boondocks. So
Yeah,
It'd be a good plan of attack.
I can't wait for it.
Me too.
That's just
Same.
Me too.
Same.
What else? What is I forgot what we was talking about.
I mean, a lot of shows are ending.
What show?
I remember you mentioned Legion
Right.
is ending.
Legion's done.
Legion's
Oh
done.
yeah, Legion's done.
I have not seen it yet.
Yo, I'm
I
so
wanna see
mad
it.
they did not get Patrick Stewart to come back and actually play him.
Oh,
he said he literally was like, "I'll do it."
Yeah.
He really
Oh, I know. We were all giddy about that
Like
shit.
we was like,
Yeah,
"What?
man.
You'll do it?" He's like, "I'll do it." Like he said it like, "You'll do it." Word?
Of course I'll do it.
Of course I'll do it. I'm like, "Yo, then get him on."
I love that nigga on the Strongbow commercials. Those shit fucking
Oh
hilarious.
yeah.
I never stumble.
He's still
One of my
is-
favorites, man.
He still is surprisingly one of my favorite voice actors from American Dad. Hello, Stan.
Oh yeah, Bullock.
And then it's weird. He plays a super like overextension version of himself.
Of course.
Yeah.
Like like having sex with Stan's daughter, like all that shit, becoming the head of the director of the CIA.
But you got to think about it. Like he's used to being that dramatic dude. Anytime you can cut loose, like those Strongbow commercials, those shits are funny.
Yes.
He's pretending to be serious as fuck, and they just undercutting him. And it's a ball because since they don't do it that often, they're like, oh, who knows when I'll get the next comedy gig? I gotta fuck this shit up right now.
Yeah.
I love that.
Love the change up.
Yeah, I love the change up. I love the episode when they were talking about Stan talking about the CIA and some shit like that, and they were just like they kept getting every time he talked about it, they had to take people out.
Oh my god,
that episode had me dying. He was like, it says here because he got fired. It was like, it says here that you worked for the CIA. He's like, yeah, and then he was like, oh, that's cool. Let me make sure your recommendation. Then it was dude was like, hi Stan, you gotta stop talking about us, Stan. I was like, yo, like they don't play. Like I was like, Drawn Together is still like not Drawn Together. American Dad is like one of those episodes, like one of those shows that I still watch because they always do something different and they have a little bit more leeway than Family Guy does. Family Guy, it's
Yeah, fairly.
That's good, because they take ridiculous jabs.
Well, true because also too, like,
keep going.
It's true is he works for the CIA.
Right.
There's a lot of leeway with that shit.
Too much.
There's a lot.
Don't never admit to any of this shit.
Yeah, but it was just funny. Like, also too, I love the chemistry between the alien Roger.
Roger was like one of the best parts. He's basically the Brian of the fucking show.
Yeah, he's just way.
He was way worse.
He's over the top.
Brian cares about people.
Yeah.
Right.
He doesn't. He killed people for owing him $100 because they didn't pay him for like he rented a limo and had these college boys partying in it. They were drinking and throwing up and threw up in his and they didn't pay him. And then he just killed them. He ran them over. But he had the horn, the horn. Every time he would come, like every time he was coming, he would play that horn and kill them. Remember the one episode, like that same episode, the dude was on a plane and he was trying to get away from where he was at. And then all you just saw was the car on the wing of the plane. He killing everybody on the plane.
Was that the one when he turned it on the fucking plane wing?
Yeah.
Stupid.
Fucking lift. I knew how to put the car get on there and do a lift off. Like what the fuck?
Wow.
Like and then he heard was and he just like, Roger, we gotta talk about your anger. He's like, I don't have anger. You gotta talk about your bloodlust. I don't have any bloodlust. One of the flight attendants was parachuting down, and he saw her. He unbuckled her parachute. She fell, drop, and he was like, "Yeah, we gotta talk about it." I was like, "Wow!" I'm like, "Yo, Roger's that grimy ass dude. Like he does care somewhat, but he doesn't care because he
cares about himself.
Because he's not supposed to be known. Like he's
a secret.
He's secret, and he has these costumes. Let's be real about it.
Roger's
not. He's not. Is he gay? He's not gay. He's pansexual. He's an alien.
Yeah.
He's an alien. So I'm sorry, but not to. I love those cartoons though, but like, but those raunchiness, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
American Dad, Drawn Together, Boondocks. Those cartoons, like to me, like still kind of put like slap stuff in your face.
Oh yeah.
Without some regard, but not really anymore.
They basically do it in a way that's not too preachy, but yeah, it's very in your face. It's very, dare I say, over the top.
Has to be.
Yeah.
It's a cartoon.
And Seth MacFarlane, so.
Oh yeah.
It has to be, and not to mention Seth MacFarlane is
sick.
He can't stand the way the country is run.
Oh,
well, sure.
He tries to be not political, but when he does political, he's coming from a person of logic, and he's like, "This is fucking retarded. Yeah. Like people are fucking stupid." And he can't stand racism. He can't stand like homophobia. He can't stand any of this shit. Yeah. Even though he makes fun of it, but there's also in a Family Guy there's a lesson we learn. American Dad, not so much. It's more like there's some lessons to be learned.
Sir.
And Stan learns the lesson. Like
Eventually.
Stan learns the lesson. So does Roger. Sort of learns the lesson.
But not by much.
Steve learns the lesson more because he's the youngest. And Steve, by the way, always has these tracks, these R&B songs that he always does.
Scott Grimes.
Yeah,
Scott Grimes.
yeah, man. Like I'm like, yo, this dude can
He
sing.
can. And he has dropped albums.
He did drop the album?
He dropped albums.
I gotta hear him.
They exist. Scott Grimes.
Word?
Yeah.
I gotta hear him shit.
Yeah,
It
go
was
for
on
it.
some real shit. Like he did that one D'Angelo thing on American Dad, and I was like, this is some good shit. This is pretty good shit. Like I was like,
Surprising folk.
Oh man.
and then he did that. What did he do?
What'd he do?
He did a boy band one. I was like, damn, like they did, it's crazy. But anyway, enough about me.
Enough about me. This motherfucker.
Enough out of me.
Okay.
Alright.
But yeah.
What other shows you watching?
I just finished because I didn't realize they ended. I watched Jane the Virgin. Judge me, I don't give a fuck. Jane the Virgin just ended.
Okay, why is it
And-
judge? Why somebody judging for that?
Some motherfuckers judge me. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Fuck
fuck
them.
'em.
iZombie just finished, which I didn't know, and I literally just wrapped watching it. Like before coming in here, I
Watching
watched
it?
Yeah,
Oh,
watching
yeah.
it.
Oh.
Yeah. What you thought I was talking about a show called
Yeah,
Watching It?
yeah.
This summer on the CW, watching it. Nah, it
Did
doesn't.
I don't know if you guys watch. I'm sorry, but I don't know if you guys watch. But I watched. I rewatched. Silicon Valley, and I'm not sure if you.
I haven't gotten to
Oh.
watch that show, but I'm definitely
Oh,
gonna.
you have
It's
to?
gonna.
I
I'm
saw
definitely gonna
bits
watch
and
it.
pieces. I
You
mean,
have
it
to-
looked funny.
Like, put it like
Funny.
this.
Funny, yeah.
You have you don't have to do, but I would just watch it at least like because
I heard it's funny.
it was a T.J. Tucker.
T.J.
Miller?
Miller.
Oh, yeah, he's funny.
he's funny.
Yeah, he's funny.
He's funny as
Yeah,
hell.
funny these days.
He's in the first season through the.
He wasn't in the last, right?
Nah, bro.
Yeah, on account of him fucking up.
He left.
Damn
No,
right.
no. Before that, this was way before that.
Oh, way before that.
Because he said
the train.
reason why he left because he was doing Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2.
Oh, all right. Oh, my fault. All right.
And
Okay.
so
Before the nonsense.
So it was
I'm
season
pretty sure he
3
invited
was
his ass back.
season 3 was the last season that he was in
Right.
because season 4
Season 4, yeah.
yeah, season 4 he wasn't in that at all, and that he was in. I'm sorry, hold up. He was at the end of season 2. He left. Because season 3 he wasn't in there. No, he was in season 3 for a little bit, but then
He had to go do his shit.
yeah.
It was probably for them other reasons too, but we don't want to get into
But the
that.
show was funny. There's a lot of comedy stuff in there. Like I'm talking about, like shit you wouldn't think of. Like it's very like I don't know. I love the show. There's a guy in there. He's like very he tried to take care of the main dude and like he's a very good smart guy, but he's the most gangster out of everybody.
Yeah.
Nice.
And he's like I remember in season 4 they were trying to find this dude, this game designer, this game programmer, game designer programmer. He owns a gaming company. They want to get all his subscribers onto their net and everything else. And it was just like they rode a Tesla. They rode a Tesla to where they need to go. They went in ludicrous mode. Apparently, the Teslas have a ludicrous mode. That was another thing I discovered too. It makes it go really fast, like super fast, ludicrous mode.
I'm pretty sure.
And so they got there, and they were like, I don't know where you're going. I don't know this. And this guy out there, he was like, hey, can you shut the fuck up? And the guy was like, his name was Jared. He was like, do you want to die today, motherfucker? And I was like, oh shit! Like you never see like this guy and the way he act, the way he does. Watch the show. It's very about technology, about the way they talk about multiple different things, Google, Apple, all that shit, and
integrate.
about all the stuff like how to what was today's market. They talk about everything. Honestly, it's one of those shows.
It was an HBO show, right?
Mm-hmm. It's one of those shows to watch because you see the landscape of how technology is going right now, and that show kind of is like really on it, like talking about Google, like Apple, and all those major companies, and talking about how they got a company in there, a fake company called Hooli.
It's cute.
Hooli. And Huli is literally Google. And
yeah, of course.
It's Google and they kind of mix it. It's Google and a couple other companies mixed in one. But apparently, the main companies still exist in that same world.
They just have alternatives.
Yeah. So because they mentioned Jeff Bezos, they mentioned everybody. So all those companies are still there. They're still part of the big Silicon Valley thing. But Huli is supposed to be the number one.
Okay.
Or in the vicinity of that, because there's Apple and Microsoft and Google are still probably in and Amazon are still at the upper echelon, but Huli is on the upper echelon like they are.
Okay.
It's watch it though.
I mean, speaking of shows that ended, I don't know if this was brought up a topic last time. Swamp Thing.
Yeah, we talked about it.
You just talked about it a lot.
I heard it was great, but they canceled it.
They canceled it mad quick. Yeah. We can talk. I mean, season 2 of Titans is coming.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty geared for that. I'm hoping that'll be like the redemption point. Not that Titan season 1 was bad. I actually enjoyed it. Yeah. I mean, I would personally give it a 8 out of 10. I just feel as though there are certain things they need to like really like get a good hold on. Like for example, well, actually, I was gonna say Dick Grayson, but yeah, let's go with Jason. Too. Let's go with that too. Yeah, we'll go with Jason.
I mean, Jason to me. I liked who they picked for Jason.
Yeah, he was a renegade.
I was like, that's Jason Todd.
Yeah.
Can't wait till he dies.
Give it time.
That's what they said before they blew his ass up in Death in the Family.
Right. Oh. I mean, what was really bugging me out though was how much Ian Glenn resembled like a young Adam West. That's what really that's what bugged me the fuck out. Man. You know what I'm saying?
Ian Glenn, Captain Friendzone, right?
Yeah.
AKA Jorah.
Yes.
Yeah, but also too, like the fact that he's Bruce.
He's Bruce.
And the fact that like how he like
did they introduce him in the first
when
season?
you see him,
no, he was just mentioned, but he was now he'll be fully introduced in season 2.
Okay.
In season 2.
Yeah, when you see him finally, I'm like, oh shit. He like, I mean. He does like to me. He does kind of seem like the Bruce character. He seems like Bruce, but not Batman. You know what I mean?
I feel you. I mean, you know, we've yet to see him don the cape and cowl, but who knows? We might get a little surprise. Mm-hmm. But I'm also geared up that they have.
He's tall as fuck. Though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's a tall dude. They got freaking Aqualad in the mix.
Word.
Yeah, man.
And Donna Troy finally puts her outfit on.
Oh what?
I was impressed. It was just very reminiscent of the George Perez days.
Yes,
I
it was.
Very.
Now all they need to do is get somebody to play Wally.
I was just thinking if they could just introduce like Speedy and Wally in there, that'd be great. Or
Wait, and that'd be cool. Like, wait, your name is Speedy, and you're
okay. That's a Garf joke. That's a Beast Boy joke. Beast Boy would probably say that.
Makes
shit.
No sense. I hear it all the time. Well, I remember they did in Young Justice. It was like. Oh, look, it's Speedy. No, that's the Green Arrow's partner. And who's that? That's Kid Flash. Well, that makes no sense.
That's actually pretty smart. I like that.
Yeah, I've always liked the joke. It's funny as hell. Yeah. I'm trying to think what other shows have been coming back.
You said, we already talked about Krypton. Krypton was the season finale tonight, right?
Tonight's going to be season finale.
Still haven't checked it out. But from what you're saying, it's great.
Oh, dude,
I have to watch.
I got
season finale. So season 2. This is season 2.
Yep, this is season 2. Yeah.
Okay. How did they do Doomsday? Let's talk about
that. Doomsday was on point. Okay, FYI, the people at DC need to take pointers. All right.
The main movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The movie production of DC. Y'all need to take notes because Doomsday was absolutely exactly. He was on point.
After that goddamn debacle of Batman v Superman, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The freaking Gerber baby version. Nah, man. Yeah. Let me tell you, this is how it should have been done. And I also like the little, revamp of his origin. How El and Azad were both responsible for his creation.
So, just to give my price for people that don't watch Krypton. Krypton is a story about...
Yeah, it's about basically Superman's, home planet, but this is going to be 200 years in the past. So this story is centered around, this is centered around his grandfather, Sagal.
But who went back to the past? Who's there? Who's the story following?
Okay, well, Adam Strange as we know, is an unsung hero in DC. He's the time traveler. Excuse me, one of the time travelers in back. Because then we got General Zod as well, coming in there to, you figured he'd be there to kill Superman. No, that's what Brainiac's doing. Zod is there to actually like remake Krypton in his image.
Right?
Yeah.
Because,
And of course, Adam's trying to prevent that shit. And he also reassure that Superman will live. It's gonna be a minute, but 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 overall, it's really been solid. I feel they upped their game in this season. I mean, season 1 was good, but here I think they really upped the stakes. I mean, especially if you're bringing in like heavy guns like Lobo and Doomsday in the mix.
Main man.
So let me ask you a question. By the way, with Lobo, they did a fight, screw attack. I think it's Lobo versus, I forgot who it is.
It wasn't Ash, was it?
No, I'm trying to find out. I'll find out for you.
I'll consult the
YouTube's. So Screw Attack did one. It said Lobo versus, I'm trying to think.
How long ago did you watch this?
It actually just came out recently.
Oh, so this is like recent.
Yeah.
Show your history.
No, I didn't watch it. I streamed. Sorry.
The name's Lobo.
I fucking love this guy.
Don't you though?
Oh, Lobo versus Ghost Rider.
Oh, damn.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd be an interesting one.
Yeah, Lobo.
I'll give that a shot. Death Battle. Oh, it wasn't Screw.
Yeah, it was Death Battle.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give that a shot. Watch that. See if that's pretty alright.
Lobo versus Ghost Rider. I mean, that's kind of. How do y'all feel about that?
I mean,
like,
we got an alien.
We'll watch it later, but how do y'all feel about that? Like a versus like that.
Well, let's see. You have an interdimensional like bounty hunter versus a all-powerful, demon bounty hunter.
The last Zarnian.
Right, exactly. I mean, or Hound of Hell, whatever you want to call him. I mean, I think don't get me wrong, it would be a very entertaining fight.
You think this Phoenix Glare will work on Lobo?
Are you kidding me? You have to have regret in order for that shit to work, and he doesn't.
Soul.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't have Lobo. Don't have a soul.
Look, he killed this
Whole
whole
planet.
What motherfucker got a soul that does some shit?
Dude,
like
the penis there is about as useless as tits on a boar.
All right.
Wish I could say that was mine, but it's facts. That shit ain't gonna work for him. He's heartless. He's very heartless. But still, I don't know. That could go on like forever.
Your shit's gonna get wrecked. That's all I know. Shit's just gonna get wrecked.
Oh, you know it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Devastating results. But yeah, actually, Lobo, I was impressed with him despite the Irish accent.
Go to trail to the episode of when he was like they were introduced.
Oh, and he was attacking Adam and
yeah,
Sag.
I was like, oh shit, this dude looks good.
Yeah, for sure. I did have some speculation on Seg. Like, I was thinking, like, all right, since we have Doomsday being a threat, and there ain't nobody around with no Superman-esque abilities, I'm wondering if maybe if they want to get the Yellow Sun into play, and then somebody, certain Kryptonians can be supercharged, and maybe, go against the threat. I'm just saying, man, because you gonna need some kind of deterrent for that.
Yeah.
Do the same thing that what's the name did with the I forgot the name. What they call the Monels.
Oh, when they threw them into the sun.
They threw them into the sun, made the sun instead of a red sun, and made it a yellow sun, so they all got powers.
Yeah, I mean, you figured that would probably be Zod's like backup plan, because it's like you do realize when you get on your home planet, you're basically just going to be
human.
You're
like,
human.
Be every other nip.
Exactly, bro. If you're gonna be there, I mean, get some force behind that shit.
True.
Yeah, but I'm curious.
Supergirl got very interesting. I'm sorry,
No, that's all right. I mean, it's all Kryptonian, so it's cool.
Last season was good. Last season was good.
I love so far
because the season before just made me
season 2 was great. That's when they introduced Superman. But and then ever since then I was like, oh, this is so good. I love her transition.
They are writing her better because at one point it was just
Trash.
It was like, ha ha, I don't need a man. We get it. He's like, these guys are doing stuff against him. Like, we get it. Just, I wanted to watch Supergirl, not Social Justice Girl.
Oh my
And
God.
I feel like they try to cram it down people's throats too much. The last season itself was, okay, I understand you have to put in stuff that's happening at times to make it more relevant for the audience today. And I liked it, but it was to a little bit of an extreme, and I felt it lasted too long.
It did.
For the story.
Yeah.
Because we all know in real life it fucking lasted way too long, and it's still a problem. But for the show I watched, fucking CW, come on, dog.
I love the fact they got Lois Lane from Lois and Clark Superman to be a fucking villain.
Oh, Terry Hatcher?
Yep.
I love
Good old
it.
Terry
I
Hatcher.
love
That's
it.
appropriate. You got
She
Dean. You might as well
was
get Terry.
she played
Monel's mother.
yeah.
Is that right?
They weren't Monels. Oh yeah, they were Monels. Myra
And
Monel.
you gonna forget about Kevin Sorbo?
Yes, right.
Nigga,
Kevin
we had
Sorbo.
Hercules being
Yeah,
Monel.
yeah.
Wait a minute. Who was it? Was he was the dad?
He was Monel's dad.
that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Good
I was
fucking
like,
choice.
motherfucking Kevin Sorbo.
Sorbo.
Good
Oh my God.
Fucking
motherfucking
crazy.
choice. Damn.
Yeah, it was good. I loved it. Like honestly, I loved it. She fell in love with Monel too.
Yes, she did.
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
It's that
She's a
Kryptonian.
Daxamite, right?
Yeah, he's a Daxamite, yep.
Yep. Yeah, I'm surprised she's not
What?
reddish.
I don't know.
Well,
Well, you know, that'd be a whole bunch of makeup and shit.
I
Then we
know.
gotta get continuity, all that shit.
Yeah.
But it's better the way it was. She's actually, the chick, Melissa Benoist, she's actually engaged to that dude now.
no shit.
Ooh.
This girl who plays Supergirl is engaged to that dude.
Wow.
Who plays Monel?
Yeah.
That didn't take long.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Damn.
I mean, I'm happy for them, but it's like, in my mind, I'm like, yo, can you please stop falling in love with your actors that you, because she was married to the nigga on Glee when she was on Glee.
Who?
The dude who was like a writer, who was the other nigga who was like in love with
She
her.
was mad. She was married to Ryder.
Yeah, she was married to that dude, and I think she got divorced from him like either last year or the year before that, and then now she's engaged with this dude. I'm like, I hope we don't have another Brad Angelina situation.
Oh,
where the
Lord.
person just jumps.
Probably it is.
I hope not.
Because on some
Hell.
real stuff.
He was even on the show season 1,
Yeah, he was.
but
Because I remember the reason why. Because I remember the season that after. I remember the season. A Glee. I think it was season 3 when they introduced her. Right? Because season 2, so season 3 is when they introduced her.
it was 3, yeah, 3,
Yeah,
4,
that's right. So when they introduced her, I remember like, oh wait, she's like once their season was done, right? Like they didn't win or nothing like that, and then it was like the next season's coming in, and then it was like, oh, well, what happened to them? Well, she went to the CW, and they got like literally did a whole reboot of the whole what they were gonna do for the next. I was like, God damn.
Shit.
Yeah, but
She was hot in that. She's still hot.
I loved her voice. I don't care what anybody say. I loved her voice singing. I would like.
She has a beautiful voice.
But I actually would like to if they ever have her at the Heroes and Villains. If they ever have her at Heroes and Villains, I would love her to sing. I would love to sing a song with her.
That'd be
There was
cool.
just get some Glee memory up in there.
Okay.
Hey, you never know.
I'm still mad that they didn't have her. I'm still mad that she didn't show up at the end of the last episode. Everybody showed up except her.
I don't know.
I'm
bro.
mad. I'm mad that they didn't get her to come on. At least her.
Shame.
I mean, cause
I don't know.
I'm mad that her and Grant didn't show up.
Well, they were on fucking shows that were doing big things.
I know, but
Contracts, bro. Contracts.
I just want,
Especially when you're going.
but that was the season. That was it though.
Of course, but at the same time, think about it. Before we started doing like super crossovers and shit, if it wasn't for the success of that motherfucking crossover between The Flash and Supergirl, that was, you don't understand how big that moment was.
It was
That was the
huge.
first fucking crossover cross-network crossover. And then after that, they're like, nah, nigga, you gotta come to C-Dubs.
Well, they canceled it.
Yeah, they canceled it because C-Dubs like, yo, we want it. So they had to cancel it in order to get it good. The only thing that I stress about with fucking Supergirl, besides, of course, the super duper social justice shit is they need to stop fucking putting my boy John Jones to the side like he's some bullshit.
Word!
It's like he ain't strong. It's like, I got this. Shut the fuck out of here, John. Like, you right.
You know what's weird though? But
haters,
you
man.
know what's weird though? They do that in everything. And I remember it was Blackest Night. It was the only time I was like, yeah, like I fucking agreed to it. So no matter what comic, they always show John Jones not really taking motherfuckers out like Superman is. And he can.
He can.
He can.
And
he's just as strong.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is that in Blackest Night, when he got the black ring and he was fighting, I forgot who he was fighting, or he was just like, he said something. He was like, people forget they never respected me, this and that, and he was like, I'm just as strong as Superman, and they're like, you forget how old I am.
Facts.
And I was like, you're right. He's way older than Superman.
Yep.
His powers are way more developed than he is, and because he's been on Earth before Superman. Remember, his Mars had a war.
Yep.
He was on Earth in the 1950s, something like that, something like that.
Somewhere around there.
1950s or something like that.
It's been a while.
Superman was a baby, like wasn't even on Earth yet. I'm talking about John Jones was on Earth, like probably when Ma Kent and what's her name were on, on
the road.
kids.
Yeah.
Just saying,
Yeah.
like John Jones is 1,000 years, like he's 1,000 years old.
He's very old. He's
right?
very ancient.
So, and he was on Earth in the 1950s or 40s or something like that. But the fact about it is, he's been on Earth a lot longer than Superman's been,
But how does that define his power?
because he's still strong. But the problem is on Mars, he couldn't fly. Well, they never said that he could fly.
Yeah, but you know what it is? It's just one of those things that they never really explained.
They never explained why he couldn't fly on Mars, but
It was Mars. I guess he can't fly back home or
maybe
something.
because it's too far from the sun.
It's possible.
Does he get any fucking power from the sun?
I
I don't believe so.
I think it's just alien power.
Yeah, this is his alien power.
I think it was something he was just naturally had.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Okay, yeah.
So like he is strong. It's just that it's much easier to fucking have fire, wave a big lighter in this nigga's face, and he's like, "Oh shit, my bad, nigga."
Word,
versus, yo, let me get some kryptonite. Fuck this nigga up. Good luck finding some shit. You can always find fire.
Hey, John
Yeah.
Jones.
John Jones.
Hey,
He's
John
like, "Oh nigga, don't touch me."
Hey, John Jones. You want to have a marshmallow? No.
He'll do it with his mushroom vision. Like, get that shit out of here, dog.
And people forget with John Jones. He has and it's not heat vision.
It's like mushroom vision.
No, it's not heat vision, but he has a beam that comes
mushroom.
outside.
You can shoot him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's not heat vision, but it's still just as powerful as a heat vision, which is
No, he's got heat vision.
He's got heat vision.
It's heat vision,
It is heat vision.
but he's
Same
Fire.
Same thing.
Not heat.
okay.
That's like saying, "Oh yeah, I got lightning powers." Can't be fucking responsible for what happened with the lightning when it hit shit, but I got lightning powers. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Black Lightning.
but yeah, and also too, he
Another
can,
great show.
Gun it down? Oh, hell yeah.
John Jones can amp up his powers too with his shape shifting.
Yeah,
His
you can.
shape
You can do
shifting.
that.
His shape shifting
density, manipulation.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's some vision shit.
Yeah.
Even though we had it first.
That's right.
True did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, they do not sleeping on John Jones
man.
and Supergirl. I get it, it's her show.
For
But,
real.
But show him some love, man.
All right, for real. And you know what? Let's be real about it.
They nerfed the fuck out of Superman too.
They did.
But I understood why.
Why? Because it's not her show. Because it's not his show.
That too. No, because he's
It's about
not the true Superman. And basically, they.
Crap.
Exactly. They still think
He's
he's human. He's not human, and he creates a mental barrier.
That's right, he did.
And because of that, they even showcased it in the early episodes of that whole show, like when the humans were being mind controlled.
Right.
Clark tried to come over there, and then of course that's when they didn't have no actor, and then he just flew down and obeyed the sheep with the rest of the humans. Look, why did he do that? Because he's in that mindset. He thinks he's a human being. He's not. Because of that, she thinks she's a Kryptonian. She knows she's a Kryptonian.
Well, she's older, actually, too.
Correct.
She crash landed.
Technically, he is.
Not really, because when they
remember Phantom Zone, she was stuck. He was a baby when he got here. She was stuck, and he became a grown man, and she was stuck.
Right. No, that's what I mean. Like, technically, mindset. She is still. I mean, yeah, he did get older, but she's still older than he is.
She has, of course, she has memories of the planet.
Yeah.
She doesn't have an identity crisis.
Yeah, she don't have to. She's like,
Great book.
I'm Kryptonian.
Yeah.
Clark, she calls Clark. Still thinks he's human.
Correct.
You know, with powers. He doesn't.
He identifies as
He identifies as him. He what's the Kill Bill line? He shows us how humans are in his vision.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he thinks we are.
It's the critique of the whole human race.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
That was the most G-ish shit in Kill Bill.
I fucking love that movie.
Dude, that was phenomenal. That whole Superman comic book mythology.
Oh my god, that was beautiful.
Pretty much.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Who wrote that?
Tarantino.
Yeah, Tarantino.
Yeah.
The man.
But the fact that Dean Cain was Dean Cain, right? Yeah.
Dean Cain.
David Carradine, you mean?
Yeah.
Dean Cain, you on the Superman kit?
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Yo, fucking hilarious. His
I
initials are the same.
love how he explained it and broke it down.
Oh yeah.
He's like Spider-Man wakes up, he's like Peter Parker wakes up, he's Spider-Man. Batman wakes up, he's Batman.
All the way around.
Yeah. Huh?
All the way around.
Well,
Batman wakes up, he's people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he was just like, Superman is the only one that's different. And he's like, because the first one he's like, you know how my fascination with comic books?
Yes.
Yeah, and he was
That fucking thing, it was like point to point.
Right.
And he says Superman is the only one that's different between everybody.
He wakes up, he's Superman.
Yeah.
His costume, his clothes, freaking this business suit, the glasses.
That's the
That's the
costume.
costume.
Kind of like Beatrix Kiddo.
Beautiful.
I'm like,
Yeah. What makes you
Dude.
think that you weren't a killer?
Right.
You've always been a killer.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so you can't put on these new clothes and
Clothes.
pretend to be anything other than that. That's a fucking and I know it's been disputed, like he's never gonna do it, but I would love to see that fucking Kill Bill, where somebody had an idea that Vanita Green's fucking daughter would go and
Oh
find
yeah.
I wanna see
we,
that.
We would all
Yeah,
love to
but
see a
also
volume
I would
3,
love-
dude.
Yeah, I want to see her daughter and Beatrice Kiddo's daughter, because they'll be older at this point. And and knowing that her daughter, like Vanita Green's daughter, would probably would want to come and kill her.
It's been that many years, dog.
True.
And Beatrice
a lot of
Kiddo,
time
I
has passed.
like if she didn't, like if she killed, like if she got trained by her mom.
Probably did, but she would go to look for it. Just like the fucking bride did. I'm gonna go look for this shit. And then
Maybe, but she would get trained from her mom. She wouldn't
you
have
think
to go.
so?
I think so. There's nobody else in their life. They have each other. They don't need anybody in their life. They have each other.
I mean, they were talking about like Sophie being the caretaker of the little girl. I mean, that was his initial
still alive,
plan. Yeah.
Sophie.
Remember the one who got like her arm chopped off? Like it was Bill's like personal assistant.
Oh, Sophie.
Yeah.
That,
Mhm.
One who spoke French.
Yeah.
Ooh, but she was in Japan.
Yeah, I know. But still, I mean, that's one of like
She was
Bill's
still part
trusted,
of the fucking
the
assassination.
network.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's part
So,
connected the whole thing.
yeah.
That would be cool.
That would be dope.
That'd be cool.
For sure.
Mhm.
Ain't like she can't learn.
Yeah. And what's the name? Ain't dead technically.
Oh,
You talking about Ellie Driver?
Yeah, she's not dead.
Yeah, she's just blind.
blind as fuck.
Blind.
Oh,
Yeah.
stepped on it.
And
I'll never get that image out of my fucking
Stop.
eye.
Come on.
Squish that shit too.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming. Neither did she.
You know what's crazy about that though?
For real.
She would be even worse though. She's blind.
You think she'd be like a Zatoichi?
Yes.
It's an idea.
Why not?
It's an idea.
Think about it.
It's an idea.
She obviously knew that she always feared that she would never be better than Beatrice Kiddo, right?
No, the thing is, her main thing was that she was in love with Bill. Bill was in love with Beatrix, and he's like, I don't want to be second fiddle. Too bad, bitch. You're gonna have to.
But Beatrice wasn't a better killer than she wasn't.
Better than L?
No, Beatrice was better than Elle.
Yes, she was.
She was.
And because
Badass.
Beatrice got taught the palm strike.
Oh,
And also,
I would stay in that chair for the rest of my life. I'm like, nigga, give me a wheelchair. That's one step. Let me fall down. I'm riding this shit until the check doesn't clear.
Word.
Like, and then what makes it bad is that she killed Pie Man.
Yep.
She killed him with
poison
fish heads.
Yeah.
I poisoned the old fool's fish heads.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. I killed that old fool. And she honored her master by doing the one thing that he would have did, because she mouthed off to him when she was, because he trains everybody. I think he trains everybody the same, right? Hard, right?
Minus a move.
And then he was just like, I'll like snatch her eye out. He threatened Beatrice plays like, I'll break your arm. I'll break your arm. I'll
chop that shit off.
Like, I'll snatch it off and I'll pop your eye out. He respected her a lot more.
Yeah, obviously.
Because she didn't mouth off.
True.
And she passed.
Fear's a good motivator.
The only one that did it was, I wonder why he didn't teach Bill.
Because Bill was the son of a bitch. And he didn't want to fucking teach Bill.
But every time he goes with Bill, they always have to fight.
Correct. Because Bill always thinks he's gangster, and he reminds him, you were not.
No.
Well, also too, it's I almost say like a student master thing. You know, let me see where you're at.
Yeah, the mutual respect thing.
Because mind you,
that shit was basically funny when he flew out. He's like, that nigga's upstairs. Go.
What was crazy though too is like, remember when when Beatrice and Bill went to go see when he was bringing her to the temple, right? The whole thing about it is like he went up there. He was like she was sitting there waiting, and he had to go up there and fight him in order to get her to be seen to actually, because he is a student.
Yep.
But also too to give the what's the word I want to say
You okay?
Yeah, to teach to have her stay and be taught.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because he ain't gonna teach anybody.
Correct.
He has to. It has to be some type of person that Bill, like, he probably agrees with his student, like, hey, this person is interesting, so can you teach it? No, mind you, and he is like, it's one of those things where he's traditional too. He's an old fool.
He's like, woman.
Yeah, exactly. A woman. It was very that time, like, a woman.
And she was the white-eyed Rhino.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, they just.
I would love to see how he trained every single one of them. Bud, Viva Green, She-Ren.
No.
Like, I would just like
Bud really didn't have that much training. He was just.
I don't know. I think he did. I think in his younger days he did.
He was more the gun guy than anything.
True.
Yeah.
He got a sword, but remember, his brother gifted him the sword. He really didn't even use the sword.
Yeah.
He had him in the fucking golf clubs.
True. Yeah. He didn't care about. He was all about guns. Viva Green never had a sword.
Viva Green.
She was all about knives.
Correct.
Yeah, she was the knives girl. Yeah.
But
she was a sword.
She
girl.
had a sword.
Yep.
She was training the guns,
but she didn't have a Terry Hanzo sword.
Yes, she did.
Did she? You sure? I don't think she did.
She did, but her shit was better. Her strike was.
Because it was his last sword.
Correct.
Yeah. Yep. Work that ass.
Yeah. That was a good fight.
But we on Tarantino shit. Might as well get this out.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, number 9. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Can't believe he's got one more to go after this.
And that's it. He's retired.
Yeah, that's it. He's just gonna write books. That's what he said. But I gotta tell you, man. You know what the ironic thing is with Brad Pitt and Leo.
I never thought I'd see it though.
Yeah, me neither. But also back in the day, I hated those guys. I just
really.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, when I was younger, I just thought they were all looks and no fucking talent. That's what I'm saying. When you know what I mean? Back in the day. I mean,
like how far back you talking about?
I'm talking like middle school, probably up into high school.
Probably thought there were a bunch of pretty boys that probably.
Yeah.
You mean Grown Pains, Leo?
Yeah.
Don't forget that nigga was on Grown Pains.
Yeah, you can't forget.
No. Oh, it's hard to.
Wasn't Brad Pitt in the show too?
He was on 21 Jump Street.
Yes.
Yeah, Once Upon a Time. Yeah. But yeah, man, those two together, they were actually a pretty, They were an excellent duo. I mean, I had no doubt at all. I mean, I was already sold on that. And Margot Robbie did Sharon Tate justice. I mean, the whole like, you know, looks and glamour and, you know, sex appeal, she rocked that
She's
shit
a
out
fucking
of that.
chameleon. She's the new chameleon. Because honestly, I see her in roles where I'm thinking that
She can change, just like
Oh, yeah,
that.
like she is a chameleon. Like
I-
she really
I
like
agree.
accent. She's Australian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Accent, acting, all that shit. She's a fucking chameleon.
She's transformed.
And I
Sure.
love it.
She's on some Daniel Day-Lewis shit.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Right on.
Not as tortured.
But
Yeah.
she's a fucking chameleon. I love how her acting has transcended a little bit way more. Like she's different. She's not the same in any role.
Well, you know,
She's a chameleon. I love
yeah.
it.
Oh no, you're right. I mean, because even from what you call it, The Wolf of Wall Street, which might as well have just been. I mean, obviously that's a
Right,
breakout
that's
role. That's a breakout role.
Yeah.
You know,
Like
right from there.
like that was like I love that role. She had the most. It's weird though. She had the most thickest Italian accent.
So hot.
And
Definitely.
I think
She thought she was gonna get fired on that movie
Shit.
why
because she slapped Leo for real.
Well,
But what you got? She was
So-
like, I'm gonna go for it, and she slapped Leo. She's like, oh, I'm gonna get fired. He's like, yo, I love it. It was good energy. I
and
love
then
it.
it's like,
He was
well,
like,
Leo was
it's like,
fine.
yeah.
She was like, that's how he responded. She was like, oh shit, I thought I was gonna be. I thought you were gonna hit my. Here's the check. Fuck out, bitch.
Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
Yo, but she was like, I loved her in Wolf of Wall Street. Like,
Oh, hell yeah.
Like she real. I don't know where she gets the accents from. Like how she does it. Like
Research,
she's a
bro.
fucking chameleon. Like,
Hey.
she had the most thickest accent.
It's no different than Gary Oldman, and we
Oh,
all know what
yeah.
we all know what a
That-
chameleon that
yeah,
motherfucker is.
Chameleon.
Chameleon.
She's just the female version of that shit.
That's
Yeah.
true.
That's all that is.
He's the Gary Oldman. She's the Margot Young woman.
I like
I
that.
did it.
You know what? I'll say this too. Another person that's very much a chameleon who changes roles a lot. Like
De Niro.
no,
Yeah.
Viola Davis.
Yeah, no, respect to Viola Davis. Yeah.
She
yeah.
changes roles like I don't know what, and it's never the same.
Hey, man. She's nice
'Cause
like
you
that.
don't want to get typecast. Then you're
No.
the same fucking person all the goddamn
She
time.
is so. And you know who else? Woodrow.
Alfie Witter.
Alfie Witter. There you
Oh, please.
go. Fucking chameleon.
That woman is redonkulously
Chameleon.
like
Very talented.
Fucking chameleon. Goddamn.
extraordinary.
But anyway, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
We got a little
Yeah.
chameleon.
Yeah.
Chameleon. Sorry. There's certain actors that are just very. Oh, and Denzel's still Denzel and everything.
Well, that's never gonna change. He'll always be man on fire.
Same thing with Will Smith.
Well, you know, until he's portraying, you know, an actual person,
The only
and
time
not
we saw
himself.
him.
Sorry, man.
The only time
He
he
tried
was,
to portray a Nigerian doctor. Didn't work.
yeah, the only time he's different was
I mean, yes,
Pursuit
that-
of Happiness. That was it.
Yeah, that was Teardrop City.
Yeah.
That was the only time I saw him different. And I was like, yeah,
I was impressed with Ali. I thought he was impressive.
Ali was good.
Ali was good because he actually wasn't Will Smith.
That's the idea. That's what I'm talking
When
about.
he's not- yeah, it's-
when he's
it's-
not
it's a great
himself, he's great. but yeah, it was like the perfect like love letter to the '60s because it was basically yeah, well, among other things. The era was going like to a whole new stage. It was a different time, but my one complaint, and I'm sure Echo Ninja would agree with
I
me
know
on
exactly
this.
what you're about to talk about.
Yeah.
I heard about this shit.
And you know
man.
what's funny? I nerds you like that whole thing. Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's
but
all right. It's all right.
Shannon Lee
Was pissed.
was pissed.
I would
She
be
was
too.
like,
My father's not an
that's
asshole.
that's not an asshole. He's pretty much a very giving and loving, caring person.
Yeah.
And he did not pick fights. Like the only time he did fight was actually in like tournaments and whatnot. He didn't fight people on streets and shit.
Yeah. I mean, I understand this is an alternate history film, so naturally shit's gonna get fucked up, particularly this moment.
Definitely.
But
I love the actor who played him.
Mike Mao, yeah, you know, he homeboy was Ryu in Assassin's Fist. Great fucking choice. But that whole portrayal was fuckery. He had the voice down packed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Really
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, to a T. But the whole aspect of his character being like this cocky, snobby asshole who likes to like, pick fights and like boast and show off his skills. No, that was never Bruce.
Never Bruce.
And
Never.
I have a real bone to pick with that too, because
Sorry to cut you off, but for 50 years old, Shannon is still fire.
Yes, the hell she is.
Fire! Fuego!
Lady Dragon.
yeah, I'm just I get offended. I'm really offended by it, like, because
It's not Bruce.
No.
it's not Bruce,
That's
and the
never
fact
him.
about it is, it's like it's almost a little tarnishing his name.
I agree.
And his image.
Yeah.
His image more than anything, because let's be real about it. Just
By all means.
we all look at Bruce Lee as one of like in interest, just like martial art god.
Of course, he's an icon.
Just like along the lines of people up there with Jackie Chan, Jet Li,
Yeah, Chango Fat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chango Fat.
Oh, yeah.
Sammo Hung.
Oh, yes.
Yep. A couple more. There's a couple more too. But
Bolo.
yeah, Bolo. He still scares me. Anyway,
Same.
but the fact about it is, like, he's up there,
He is.
And the fact about it is, like, to have a portray of him like that, just
It's disrespectful.
it's really disrespectful. Especially the fact of, like, when we saw Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, right?
Fucking love that movie.
Yeah, we love that movie.
Epic.
But we saw him in a way where it was like, was he getting in the fights? No, he was almost like defending his people.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
For the right to basically teach his culture.
Well, not even that. I'm just talking about the fact that when he had to the story was he had to flee America in the Dragon Bruce Lee story.
Yeah.
I know that's not the real story, but I'm just saying. Because, he
Got to
got
shit.
got
with
to
the
sit
wrong
with
people.
the U.S. Navy. It was the Navy.
Wasn't it?
It was the Navy, and he was like it was the Navy, and so because of that, he
gotta move, nigga.
He gotta move.
Gotta
But
move.
he was born in America. They
That's
just like that whole story. But anyway, I don't know. I can't stand when they do portrays of people that we all like. I'm pretty sure we all look up to Bruce Lee.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, of course. Yeah, he's a hero. Hero to me.
I can't stand when they do that shit. And
I feel you.
you said it earlier. It's with the Superman line, how Bill sees that. It's like, is that the same way that, I'm not saying just white people, but I'll say it, is the same way that certain people see Bruce Lee?
Probably to a degree. Well, what you got? But at the same time, like his daughter said, he was a humble dude. Like he's just all about his family and teaching the beauty of the art of fighting without fighting. All
Yeah,
correct.
But do
he's a
you
philosopher.
see that the
Some people could see it as that.
Yeah.
With any person, I'm pretty sure people see you in a certain light and think of you only in one way, and
Of
see you show
course.
them a different way.
I'm talking about that too.
And I'm pretty sure motherfuckers say that to me. Don't say it to my face, but but I mean, we all got our things. Like you're not gonna please everybody.
No, you're not.
Precisely. No. You're not gonna win the hearts of everybody.
That's true.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I was.
Once.
But
Not
really,
once. Sorry.
yeah, that's all good. I think but really the savor, really the icing on the cake.
Hold that thought. Sorry, people. I'm just fronting people on my PS4 because somebody sent me a message and I was like, okay, I'm accepting their message. Continue.
No, all good. I would say, the creme de la creme had to be the last 15 fucking minutes. You'll understand when you see it. It's the complete turnaround. Expect the unexpected. I mean, of course, Tarantino always got some tricks up his sleeve.
What if it's
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is that, but it's a good fucking twist, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I feel as though, not to say that Leo and Margot and all the other cast members did a thing. I think Pitt overshadowed everybody.
really?
For real.
He kind of does that.
Yeah.
Well,
He's really good, though.
He is though.
He's really good.
I love the guy. He's phenomenal.
You know what's crazy about me? Like about Brad? I'm so happy that he had Taraji P in Benjamin Button.
Oh yeah, that's right.
From a to see Taraji P in a movie like that, I just she was Benjamin's mama.
That was extraordinary.
That was extraordinary. Like, and her star has. I'm just sorry to go on.
No, yeah.
Just
her star is
just exploding.
Yeah.
And just.
The girl was a knockout.
Oh God.
Still that guy.
I mean, still, you know, it ain't changed. It ain't changed.
No more baby boy.
Yeah, long way from that bullshit.
That's true.
Damn.
Fucking,
One hit quitter for Tyrese. That's about it.
True story. I just want my paycheck. But I also got to thank him for 12 Years a Slave. Was a beautiful movie. That would have not gotten made
Getting
without
Lupita?
with the endorsement of fucking Brad Pitt. And
Holy
I recently rewatched that movie, and as crazy and as
You could.
torturous as it,
I barely could.
amazing.
Yeah.
I told you about that shit. I had to make a joke when I went to go watch that in the theater.
Oh yeah,
Because it was so raw.
Wait. Well, let me ask you this: 12 Years a Slave,
Yeah.
or Passion of the Christ?
12 Years a Slave.
Which scene was worse?
Oh man. Well.
Anytime he got beat.
Which is probably a majority of the movie.
I don't know, man. I mean, the slave one I felt was pretty. I mean, listen, the Abuse of Jesus was like really like, oh god, it was like mind numbing.
Maybe it's more. I'll say the Jesus, the like Passion of the Christ was kind of like murder, like I want to say murder porn in a way.
Oh, yeah.
But 12 Years a Slave was a little bit more.
Because we weren't allowed. You didn't see many of people that looked like us in fucking biblical time. But it was more relatable to see, especially if it's the history of what we have.
Yeah, I got to go with 12 on that one.
Yeah, I guess also too, not to mention, I guess because not the fact that because we're all black, but you know, it has a little bit more impact on us.
Well, sure. I mean, it was like realistically traumatizing.
It also depends on how religious you are. Because I know everybody who was like super religious, they walked up in there, water parks out
He's
the
on
eye.
Passion, right? Yeah. I honestly, 12 Years a Slave, I fucking cried.
The reason
sure.
I could tell you why 12 years got to you. 12, and I'm speaking for me, but tell me if I'm correct.
Go ahead.
12 years got you because, granted, we've seen a whole lot of stories and epics involving slaves and them escaping. But this was the reverse. This was a free man who got taken and put into slavery. Tricked like, we like your skills. And the craziest thing about that is I looked into it more after the movie.
You had to. I'm sorry,
And they even explained it a little bit more.
You have to.
Towards the end, he went and he tried to sue those guys. But his case was not won because at that time, a person of color could not sue a white man.
Of course.
And I'm like, damn. That is awful. But yo, they fucking tricked him. Even that one dude was like, yo, my bad, dog. I know this is going to be fucking shitty, but we need to get paid. And I'm like, fucking 12 years. Most heartbreaking scene was, a lot of times it was being beat, but the thing was how he realized how much time he lost. He saw his daughter grown up, married, with a kid. Everything changed. It's like 12 years a slave.
My God.
That shit.
Dude, I did the same thing. I went back and just like tried to read about it.
All that time lost.
He, I believe, I read about the real story. It wasn't the first time.
Oh yeah, they were doing it.
No, what I mean is like
time.
it wind up happening again to him. I believe that was the story as well. It wound up happening again to him.
Jesus, man.
And I was kind of just shocked about that. And you know, when we talk about, I know we don't do political stuff, but on some real shit, when we talk, like I'm gonna talk about it a little bit, but when we, just because we're on the subject, when people talk about this whole "Make America Great Again," and I always have to say, like, when was it great? Like, not for nothing, but when has it been great for black people in general?
People of color in general.
Yeah, people of color, yeah.
They brought a lot of ancestors over for motherfucking free labor. They saw what they were working with and was like, oh shit, we're gonna take them over. And not only stripped them of their dignity, but their identity, their history,
Yes.
everything.
To the
about
point.
it.
To the point where now Africa is asking for their art back, asking for their stuff back, and there are countries that are denying them from getting their stuff back because they said, "Oh, what are you guys going to do with it? It's ours. Doesn't matter what we're going to do with it. We can put museums up and make it so people can see it because there's Africans that don't like there's stuff that's been taken away for how long?
Generations.
For how long? And it's been put in museums for how long? And Africans barely get to see it. Only time we get to see it is in a museum that's in a country that really don't have like
Anything to do
with us. Besides having people come to that, like being brought to that country and being raised there. But other than that, that's about it.
Oh no, they were pilfering resources like a motherfucker. Everything must go.
Yes.
She said everything
But
was
that's
good.
why
I have it on the block says
stupid.
Yo, get it while it lasts.
But yeah, 12 years. I'm 12 years.
We ain't gonna need this mask.
Yeah. Oh my god. 12 Years a Slave is fucking deep.
It is, which is why I can
it's
only watch it
hard to-
once.
It's hard to watch that shit.
Yeah, I can never watch that again. I'm sorry, I can't do it again.
I
can't.
The first time when he's getting beat is like
twice
always,
for me was
always
enough.
the rush part.
You're brave, man. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it another
okay,
time.
can I be honest with you? 12 years is like so. I know you were talking about how so the reason why I watched it twice and it pulled me. I couldn't do it again is because one, it just reminded me of the stories my great grandma used to tell me.
Oh man.
And the story of my grandmother. Like my grandma got hit by a white dude with a rock.
The fuck?
And she had a scar on her shoulder, and it was like a deep scar.
They
and
picked up
and
whatever
then
they could.
and mind you, that scar was always on her shoulder. I always see it, and that was, I've always remembered that scar on her.
Jesus.
My great grandmother would tell me stories about her and her sister and everything, like just stories beyond stories, and I those are stories that I'm told as a young kid, even going up, like being told from a young kid growing up and not seeing too much racism,
Sure.
but seeing because I was dominantly around black people and Spanish people.
Right. Same.
There was not that many white people. The only white people I was around with was the ones that was teachers. It wasn't until I moved to, where I live at, that I actually got to be around a lot more white people.
Sure.
So when I being told those stories, fucked me up. Like
anybody.
and then
Yeah,
it made me cry because it made me cry in the theaters because it was just like it was like flashing images in my head, seeing my great grandmother going through the stuff, going through this, and my grandmother getting hit with that rock. It was just
Jesus.
all these things going in my head,
Seeing where everything stems from to get to
Bro,
that
I
point.
have an uncle that was killed by cops.
That's crazy, bro.
Wow. Insane.
And what has changed today? Nothing.
Not much, man.
Actually, they can't cover it up as much as they used
They
to.
can't.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
the main thing that.
But other than that, I mean,
Same
shit's
But when I was
continuing.
watching that, those images was flashing in my head, and I just broke down and cried because to see it again.
Yeah. I mean,
See it on the screen,
yeah. I mean, you had to put yourself in
Yeah.
her shoes. I mean, I know that's tough.
It's tough.
I know.
But what really fucked me up? Like that fucked me up back. Like I forgot when that came out, but that fucked me up then. You know what fucked me up now?
What?
When how they see us.
How they see it.
That fucked me up.
Sure.
Because do you all remember being do you remember being in tri-state area? Do you remember being in the tri-state area, going out during the summer, having fun with your friends and whatnot, riding your bike around, this and that, playing tag, whatever, on your bikes and stuff like that, not really caring because you home for the summer, just chilling.
Yeah, you having
Sure.
fun.
Right,
You're
vacation.
Sure.
How crazy is it that I remember being in New York around that time
Shit.
with my mom.
Fucking shit.
It was the Wild West.
I remember being in New York with my mom around that time. That shit hit me hard because I was just like this sunken like gut. I was like, I was there.
Yeah.
I was in a car.
Right.
I was in a car when my mom went and did things, but I was in a car. But I was around that time.
Right.
Just too much.
I hear you.
And to watch that shit go down with kids.
Oh,
14, 15, 16.
it's fucked up.
They tried them as adults.
Ugh.
Juvie Hall, they put them in Juvie Hall. Like,
Juvie
sorry.
Hall back
Sorry.
it's
Sorry, true story, bro, went a little deep.
Yeah, well,
Well,
that's kind of what we do.
True story, bro, went a little deep. Sorry about that, but, and you want to hear, this is true story? This is true story, I'm telling you. You know,
Shit.
That's why I had to tell that joke in that motherfucking movie. Motherfuckers are sitting there like clenching, like, it was
how
up,
can you not?
up, of course. And it was like, damn.
I know,
Even the white dude next to me was like, damn, bro, this is tough. And then I was like, damn, I gotta cut this tension. I don't know what told me to do it, but it had to because it was such a deep movie.
Yeah.
So I fucking was like, all right, cool. And that nigga was like, striker. I was like, that's a raw movie, nigga. X-Men is next month.
Because it was Michael Fassbender.
Yeah.
Yo.
And he was
That-
like,
that-
oh.
that-
And
that-
it was just what needed for people to get back into it. Because as cringy it is, because the truth hurts. The
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
saying is true.
Absolutely.
The truth fucking hurts. And sometimes when you're fucking faced with that much truth, you shut down. And when you shut down, you stop learning.
Correct.
I love this line. I love this. The truth shall set you free, but first it will piss you off.
I like that one.
I like that.
Okay.
That's
All right.
pretty.
Yes, indeed.
I like that.
That's beautiful, man. Actually, you know, I got a true story fact.
Oh,
Yeah,
true story fact.
Yeah.
True
True
story on
fact.
the bottom.
Don't know if y'all know this, but the night of the Manson family murders of Sharon Tate and her friends.
Yeah.
Did you know that Quincy Jones was almost a victim of that?
Oh, shit.
Thank God he
I
didn't go
did
that
not
night.
know that.
Thank God he didn't go that night, or he would have been right among the dead. Unfortunately.
You wouldn't have had Thriller.
Oh, true story.
Thriller.
Shit, man. And the funny thing is, that asshole was doing this on account of this whole, Manson was behind, the reason behind this was this whole race war like scenario that was going through his head. So he figures he has to attack the rich and, make it look like some sort of hate crime. It's the dumbest fucking thing.
Oh.
Ridiculous.
Wait.
You just blew his motherfucker's mind just now. Whole shit on the floor like,
Wait. He was attacking the rich
Yeah.
because there was a race war happening.
Oh, apparently, no, in his mind there was. And, and
He wasn't wrong.
Well,
What I mean by that,
yeah.
maybe this motherfucker saw way ahead of his time. Maybe the drugs. whatever the
Yeah,
fuck,
that'll do it.
Most likely
That'll
does.
do it.
Maybe
Yeah.
those drugs made him see way into the future.
future.
I'm just saying. Maybe those drugs made him see way into the future, farther than he thought, and he was like, "I need to put an end to this shit." Drugs are the way of fucking you up. He was on some shit. Let's be real about it. He was on some major shit.
Of course.
To do what the fuck he did.
The interviews.
What did he do? He got motherfuckers to do his dirty work.
Of course. He was the mastermind, the sick mastermind behind it. I mean, his interviews alone were just...
I can't watch them.
Oh, no, man. They make me, cringe.
I can't watch them. I'm not gonna get into that one, but there's another serial killer I can't watch is the Iceman.
Oh,
Kuklinski.
man.
I can't watch it.
What a fiend.
I can't watch it.
Holy shit. He was something
I can't
else.
watch it because I watch it and I'm like,
That was a cold dude.
He's in Jersey.
Yeah, and that's right. He's
Go
from,
Merc
he's from
motherfuckers.
Newark, right? He's from Newark.
He's in Jersey.
Murk motherfuckers and just go home to his family, eat dinner. Like, hey, what's on is the game on? Hey, honey, what'd you cook for dinner? No big deal.
Like, can you imagine going? Like, can you imagine? Like,
nah, dog, can't imagine it.
Being around that time and actually just walking past him and they just a nice guy.
He probably just waved like, hey, how you doing? You catch the game? No problem. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Kill 15 people. What? Nothing.
He would never say it though.
Absolutely.
Even if he did, he would say it through a smile, and niggas would be like, "What? I heard him wrong."
Yeah.
Kept him moving.
He was like,
I heard him wrong.
I heard nothing.
It's like, oh, he's so sweet. You know, he killed like 20 people last night, right?
Oh.
Nah, but the fact about it is like him, how he the interview that he did. I think he did 2 or 3. I can't remember.
Sick.
But to watch him just talk, crazy.
Not as bad as Ted Bundy's crazy ass.
Oh yeah, he's off the deep end, man.
Tire irons.
Seriously.
Back of the head. And just,
Turning people. I mean, what? He didn't you make people's skins into lampshades, right?
No, he was
oh,
the
that
one
was somebody.
who would fuck their dead bodies after he
Right. He was a
Yeah,
necrophiliac. Yeah, disgusting. Yes.
He was.
Mhm.
There were mainly women that he killed.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Sick fuck.
Anyway.
That motherfucker. I remember I saw this video and the girl's like, "Yo, what if you asked back about this dude and showed some dude he wasn't that attractive?" And they're like, "No, not really." Like, what about this guy? And they're like, "Ooh." He's like, "Yeah." He's smiling, he's charismatic. He's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "And now you're all dead because this is Ted Bundy." And they were like, "Oh shit!" I'm like, "Yeah."
So Ted Bundy was attractive?
He was super attractive. The ladies loved him. He had that fucking superhero type shit, and he was charismatic because he was one of those crazy motherfuckers. Like, the reason why I love the Riddler in Batman is because he's that type of lunatic.
Right.
He wants to.
Which Riddler?
The Riddler, period.
Jim Carrey.
No, the comic book Riddler.
Okay.
He wants to be caught. He's a narcissist to the highest order.
Oh, yeah.
And he'll grandstand and he'll do all this other shit just to fucking be like, yo, this motherfucker defended himself. Like, yo, I didn't do it. That guy wasn't me. I don't know what they got. These guys are crazy. He's flirting with the ladies. He's making.
Oh yeah,
and he.
Zac Efron did good.
Yes, he did. He did.
Just
did.
to throw that in there. Zac
He did.
Efron did pretty
He
good.
really
playing.
did.
That's what I heard.
He was trying to do his, he wants to do his, dramatic roles and shit.
Sure.
Because God, we need to forget Baywatch.
Oy.
I didn't think it was that bad until I watched it and realized.
Super bad.
Yeah, which
But
I'd
Super
rather.
Bad was a good movie.
That's what,
Yeah.
You gonna watch this new one?
Good Boys?
The Good Boys.
Good Boys?
I might check that out. It looks
I
funny.
need a comedy.
Well-
I meant to talk about this. That's the one thing I wanted to talk about. I haven't talked about this in a minute. I have not seen a really good comedy since The Long Shot.
That I actually
that
need
was
to
a good
see.
comedy? I'll give it a shot.
A long
A
shot.
long shot.
Ah! Right on, baby. You
Couldn't
know
resist.
where he was going with that. You know
Yeah.
where he was
Couldn't
with
resist.
that.
Also,
Yeah.
too, what was it?
I'm going to hear it.
What was it? Call Me Maybe? No.
Always be my man.
Call Me Maybe.
Don't let me slap that beard straight off your fucking face.
I've been hearing.
Get it right or
It
pay
was
the price.
good.
I've been hearing nothing but good shit about
It
it.
was
Great
good. It was
movie.
really good.
Great movie.
Here it's also a little bit of a tearjerker.
It was really good. Really good.
Heard it was a little tearjerker.
Yeah,
It really was.
It was. Oh yeah. Oh man, yeah, it was.
I gotta see that.
I love comedy.
Romance comedies?
Romance comedies.
Oh yeah.
They don't make them like they used
No,
to.
they
For
don't.
real. Nothing can be there something about Mary.
Oh my god.
That movie was.
You know what's funny? I haven't seen a movie like those movies since like what I'm looking for. Like I said like 3 times. Anyway.
Oh, wait.
Forgetting
Sarah
about
Marshall.
That movie was funny.
That was hilarious.
What else? Super bad. Like,
Would you constitute that as a fucking romantic comedy?
yeah.
Really?
Reason why?
Was no better off dead.
No. Reason why it's a comedy movie because first thing.
No, we know it's a comedy, but would you consider it a romantic comedy?
Yes.
Really?
Because simple fact of you're going to go laugh, but there is some romance in there. But it's also not romance. I would say like
It's a comedy that had romance in it.
But I don't know. I'll come back.
Like,
to it.
if it's gonna have romance, just make it good. Always Be My Maybe was good because it made it relatable, and
But it was also comedy.
it was cool because it was like it dealt with real shit.
But it was comedy.
Yeah, but it dealt with real shit like loss and basically cheating yourself out of a good life.
But so did Jason Segel and Forgetting About Sarah Marshall.
Did it really?
Yeah, it did. It did. Don't give me that look. It did. Because one, he had a good thing with Sarah Marshall, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what he did after he broke up, he just went on this, I'm gonna go fuck anything in sight. And then he wasn't happy, and it was just like, I'm gonna.
But didn't she like leave this nigga? So it wasn't a good thing.
She left him, but he was so destroyed because of it. Mind you, he made the music for the show,
That's true. Wait a minute.
so he had to see.
So did this nigga in Always Be. So I think you might be right.
Yeah. And to see that she was dating this superstar of a person, right? Which is Russell
Brand.
Russell Brand.
That motherfucker, what a flash in the pan fucking comic that nigga was. Once you got over his over the top, I'm British. Look at me in my head.
Yeah.
He was annoying.
But he was British and on drugs. And I'm pretty sure, like, he was not far-fetched. He was not far from his actual character.
Of course not.
No, that's
Of
pretty,
course not.
But
It's
now
pretty close.
But now he's sober and actually he's still, like, funny as fuck.
Yeah, I haven't caught a stand-up, but I'll give it a shot.
But it was.
I guess because it hit, unlike with other fucking comedians who just do their thing,
Mm-hmm.
I felt like he tried too hard to be raunchy and over the top all the
He
time.
No, he was just being himself.
Correct, which was very annoying.
Yeah.
I find it funny.
Okay. Watch this nigga's interviews while he's talking to people, and you see how uncomfortable these niggas are. Like, this nigga's an asshole.
He's also on drugs. What the fuck? So
Well,
that
hey.
happened. But yeah.
So was Richard, but he was entertaining.
Correct. Only motherfucker that found that nigga annoying was Gene Wilder.
Yeah.
So that nigga in 2 movies, he's like, again? This nigga? But they were great movies.
Yes, they were.
We talked about Clerks too,
Yep.
3, right?
Oh, yeah.
The trailer they're releasing.
Oh, you mean the James?
Very briefly.
The James Silent Bob reboot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
James
Oh yeah.
Silent
Oh
Bob.
yeah.
Talking
Yeah.
about-
I'm
You
geared
said
for
Clerks 3.
Oh yeah, my bad.
the closest thing we gonna get to it.
That's true.
We don't need to get Clerks 3 at all.
Yeah, this is the only thing. This is the closest thing.
Yeah. I'm down. I can't wait for it.
Yeah. I'm glad they were able to get everybody, and yeah, should be
Man.
fun.
Yeah.
We need that reunion.
You know what's weird? What's crazy is that
Crazy shit.
huh?
Crazy shit.
You know what's crazy is that I can't wait for this movie because now it seems like he's kind of like almost passing the torch to his daughter because she's in the movie.
And that is.
What, the Hawkeye movie?
No,
Oh.
James Silent Bob a reboot movie.
Oh,
His daughter.
is that his real daughter?
Yeah, Kevin Smith's daughter.
Oh, that's Kevin Smith's daughter.
Harley
Quinn.
Smith.
Yeah, Harley Quinn Smith.
Harleen Smith. He named her after Harley Quinn.
Of course.
That's a geek thing.
It's a
I remember when she first showed up in a movie. It was I forgot what movie. She was a heavyset girl, and then she lost a lot of weight, and then, even Kevin lost weight. He still wears these big ass shirts though, but
Yeah, because think about it. When you lose that drastic amount of weight, you got that extra.
he's still hot.
He is sinking in that trench coat.
Yeah,
He is.
he's still hot though.
He is the trench.
Kevin Smith, if you watch it,
That's
are fucking hot.
That's the only motherfucker I know who had the most commonest heart attack ever. Because they took that nigga in. He's like, you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm fine. Why? Because according to this gauge, you're having a massive heart attack. Shouldn't I be feeling it? Like, yeah, you should. And he's like, well, you should probably do something about that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, what are the odds?
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. But I guess enough about the whole movies thing. I guess we're done with that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, I have a story for you guys.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Is it true?
Yeah, it's true because it actually happens a lot.
All right.
So, I don't know about you guys, or the viewers, I have this weird fucking like thing where FMAO, FOMO, FOMO, fear of missing out.
All right.
I almost like it. Almost sometimes it hurts a little bit because it's not only the fact that you don't get invited to the shit. It's the fact that when people remind you you're not invited to the shit, because you got Facebook, you got Instagram, you got Twitter, and all this other shit. You see people doing
That's
other
true.
shit.
It alerts you like, guess what these niggas did
Yeah,
without you.
You know what? Guess what these niggas without you? Yay! And then when they see you again, it's like, hey, how come you weren't at the party?
And the party you didn't invite me to, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Asshole.
I thought you were invited. And it's like,
yeah, you be
it's like I don't understand. I try to rationalize it in my head.
Sure.
And I think we all go through it, like trying to rationalize in our head, like, well, maybe not get upset because maybe I'm gonna do something else. But what happens when you don't have nothing to do, and then you're like sitting there, you're just looking on your phone, and then not for nothing, you don't really want to pay attention to your phone. You're just looking at other stuff. You're probably talking to somebody, whatnot, and then it just pops up that says, photo with these people tagged. And then you don't want to click. You're just like, no, I'm going to click.
Okay. And pops up on the news feed.
And then it pops on the news feed, and then you just like, and you feel this whole burning like anger, and you just like, okay.
Wow.
Okay. Now now the whole fear of missing out thing is everybody has. I think everybody has it, and not many people are like, oh well, fuck it, I'll do what the fuck I want. I'll do whatever I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a point where it really does like kind of sting too much.
But it happens back to back, constantly.
Right, constantly. So name a time that you missed out on. It hurt, and you were like, I want to murder people.
Well,
shit, murder? That's strong.
Okay. Not murder, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But you want to go there and be like, look, motherfuckers, why the fuck am I here? You here now? Shut up!
Police looking for homicide.
No, but mention the time that you saw pictures of people that you know and you missed out on
having a good time.
And you felt this. I'll say depression because it's a certain depression.
Or disappointment. Yeah.
Disappointment. You felt disappointment in people.
Sure.
You felt you're not friends with them. You're not invited. You don't feel. I would say respected or acknowledged.
Well said.
So mention the time. I got tons.
I had a couple instances. One was a wedding, and one was.
You didn't get invited to a wedding?
Yeah, I thought I would.
You know what? I got one.
I thought I would be at least invited, because
at least a reception, right?
Or something, because there was a few of them. Because it's like we're cool, seeing these people, like we're buddy. We go hang out. There's events and stuff. I see them, but I don't work at the place no more. And it's like, damn, homie, no invite. I see other people that are in there, and I'm like, this person went, this person, then this person, for real?
People that the person didn't even like?
I saw like one person, I'm like,
that's another fucked up shit.
Yeah, when you see a person, that weren't really cool
right,
like that, but they were
they
there,
got to come?
and I never got no type of invitation.
Bro, that's the most, like, that's another shit too. That fucks me up. I know to cut you up, but that is the most downright fucked up shit to do to somebody. I thought we were cool. I thought we were chill. I thought we were buddies. I thought this and all that. But you invited somebody that you talk shit about and you don't like? What the fuck?
Or the person talks shit about them.
Even so.
And I'm like, how the fuck did this person get invited? And I didn't even get invited. And there's been some barbecues that I was privy last minute of. Or, you know what's funny? Social media's gonna tell on your ass. So if you don't want to be a bunch of Jesse Smothers, go for it.
Don't tag people.
Don't tag. Not even that. Like the news feed will fucking tattletale on you. You having a good time and shit. You don't even realize it. Barbecue. I remember one time, we had a barbecue. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? And he's like, yo, my bad, dog. And I understand with him, I give him a pass because he honestly was doing so many things. He was manning the grill, so he gets a pass on that. The next time it happened, I saw something, and I was like, I called one of my people, so I'm like, yo, where you at? Oh, I'm at a barbecue. Whose house? They told me whose house. I'm like, what the fuck? I showed up there. I'm like, dog, what happened? He's like, yo, my bad, dog.
Oof.
And
you showed up to the house?
Yeah. They said come through, and I came through.
Oh, shit.
And everybody was good. It was a good time. There was no animosity. I'm just like, and I've seen other get-togethers where people I used to work with go and they hang out, and it's like, damn, I guess we were never that cool. We were cool at work, but I guess not really after.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes even with friends, you know, for mad years, you see them post picture like, oh, we had a thing, and it's like, I'm like, yo, my fault. I forgot to call you, and I'm like, that shit hurts, dog.
Yeah. You feel disrespected hard, right?
More disappointed than anything, because it's like,
How far down the disappointment hole are you going?
I mean, as anybody who can feel for somebody is like, oh man, when you're a friend of somebody, you think about them. You're like, oh, shit happens. You feel you're like, yo,
You try to be there
You try to
for
be there as long as you can, and all you do is like, yo, just think of me once in a while. You don't even have to do it on the same type of fucking level that I do, because everybody's different. But it's like, damn, you didn't even think of me.
No,
Not even a text message.
that's the hurt.
Not even like, yo, I know you be working, blah blah blah, but you still could have asked.
To me, look, can I be honest with you?
Be honest.
And I don't know if you have anything to say to that, but
Oh, I do. I mean, something similar. Something
but
similar.
He's ready. He's ready.
I'm one of those people that, and I have to realize too sometimes that not everybody's me,
Correct.
but not everybody is very thoughtful like that. And for me, if I was to throw a party and be like, oh, I'm not like I want this person here, I would just like be hurt because this person's not showing up. Like I would make and that's the thing too. Like I'm gonna go into a story, but you know, to me it's disrespect. For me, it's totally disrespectful. And you know, even if somebody did the invite list and stuff like that, that person should be asked who they want there. You know what I mean? Like if somebody did the invite list or whatnot, like maybe that person should be, you know, asked like, oh, who would you want? You know, this like that. But I can't stand shit like that.
Yeah,
it hurts too much.
What about you, bro?
Yeah. Well, I've dealt with disappointment. Some say I still am. You know, like, listen, people are fucked up. There's no escape from that.
They can be.
You know what I mean? Even people who you are just like mega tight with, unfortunately, they slip.
People slip. It happens.
Yeah.
People get tunnel vision.
'Cause
Life
How
happens.
many times you gonna let them slip though?
Oh no, there's got to be a limit.
Oh,
Everything
yeah,
has a limit. Just like credit cards, everything has a limit. So you know, basically, it's like certain visas have like had expired. I call it the friend visa.
Friend credit.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Take everywhere you want to be, even if they ain't inviting you. I know. Hey, how fucked up is that? That's a fucked up slogan. But anyway, actually, you know, it's kind of like the reverse. Like when, I mean, not that it's like attention seeking or anything. Like when I put out like certain events, and then they get pissed at me for claiming I didn't invite them, and I'm like, don't you check your shit? You don't check your social media. Your name is right on there, and also don't act like you don't have my number, and you can't get in contact with me about this. Like if I'm doing like I'm doing an art show or anything, and then they're gonna get pissy with me. I'm like, okay, I know that I can be very neglectful at times. I fuck up more
We're human.
than enough.
We're
Yeah,
human.
exactly. There's always gonna be a glitch, but still, please don't lay claim that I didn't have any sort of courtesy to not put an invitation out there to bring you to a spot.
Like don't be an asshole. Like I didn't think. Like act like I didn't think.
Yeah, exactly, man. He's like, you're always on my mind, just like the song goes. You're always on my mind.
Great song.
I mean, but yeah, I would say in the realm of experience, I've dealt with that. It's just a bit of a reverse, though.
Yeah.
It's a reverse.
Well, I'm gonna talk about it, and I don't give a fuck because I'm just gonna say what the fuck I need to say.
Yeah, go for it. That's what it's here.
That's what we do.
I have had, I have plenty of people that I know, and apparently that seems to be a thing too. Like in the bear community and in around the New York area. I don't know. I'm gonna. Roundhouse knows everybody.
Okay.
You know, And in a way, I can't stand that saying because it means two different. It means to me, it means two different fucking things.
Shit.
And it's like, oh, he knows everybody, meaning sexually.
I get around.
Basically, I get around, you know. And I can't stand that saying, but it's like, you know, I only know people because I actually open to getting to know people, you know, not in a way where it's usually sexually. And it's like, I like to get to know people. You seem interesting to as a person. I like to get to know you. And it's like, oh, look, I see you there. Problem is that I understand that the bars sometimes are a safe, gay bars are a safe haven for gays and stuff like that. But sometimes I don't want to be there. I don't want to fucking be there, and I can't stand them at all.
I got you.
No, I can't. But the problem is this: being invited to parties that you know people for more than 10 plus years really not being invited to them fucking stings.
Sure.
Parties, birthdays, surprise, you know, all that shit. If I can count on my hands and feet, I would run out of them. Of plenty of parties that I don't get invited to, and every time I turn around, it's always somebody to remind me, like, "Oh, you weren't at the party? Did the fuck you see me?" Like, I'm pretty sure between me and a couple other people, there was only a certain amount of black people there. Let's be real about it. The reason why you didn't see me is because people didn't want me there. And it's not like I'm going there and misbehaving or anything like that. I pretty much actually go there and be entertained, and like not entertained, but I go there and be social. Mm-hmm. There is some points in time where I do get invited to parties and I sit there and I kind of just like view the room, and I don't know if y'all do this. I sit there and be like, I'm probably the only black person here.
Been down that road.
Yep.
And it's like, shit. And then what happens? You see that other one black person there, and you do.
I know.
And it's. I don't care where you at. It's just that look. And black people just have this look where, or you know, they have this look where you just look at each other and just like, or black or Spanish people just look at each other like.
Yeah, we're the nod of approval.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You recognize
like,
what's going on.
It's like, what's up, brother?
And a lot of times, exactly. And a lot of times, like I get to these parties, like so. I'll tell you a story. There was a friend of mine, acquaintance of mine, because
there you go.
An acquaintance of mine.
Told you about that.
Used to live in Jersey, right? Used to live in Jersey, and doesn't live in Jersey anymore. We were very good friends, hang out, stuff like that. I remember going to the beach with this dude and just hanging out, you know, driving down into this house, going to the beach, this and that, you know. Moved away. Moved to Texas. And then he would come back here, right? And then he would get all the people that, you know, have this big dinner, like, hey, you know, I'm back, you know, let's get together, stuff like that. I never got invited once.
Wow.
And there's people that he hasn't even known that long that go. I've never got invited once. And he's like, oh, I don't make the invite. But you know about, like, I don't make the invites. I don't make the event. But yet still you.
Who makes the event?
A friend of his. But the fact about it is, even if that's the case, you're on there. You can't invite me. So
I get what you're saying.
So it was one point I was like, and then everybody goes to the bar and hangs out, and everybody has a drink, right? I'm not invited to the dinner. I'm not invited to the dinner and stuff like that. And then, you know, I get to thinking like, well, I'm really not this person's friend. I'm not this person's friend at all, because if it was me, I'd be like, oh, I gotta invite this person. I can't not invite this person because I know this person cares about me, this and stuff like that, you know, as a friend and everything like that.
For sure.
You know. okay, like it's just one of those things. Like I'm not. This part, like this story, it hurts honestly because it's the most truthful story you're gonna hear out of me. Because it fucking hurts because there's no way I know this person for so many years and then they don't really want to fuck with you at all like that. Mm-hmm. Like I haven't done anything to this person to give him any
have any
animosity towards me. Never say anything bad about this person at all. Very happy that he had a partner and everything and he was living his life. Never had a problem. But I'm not thought of at all. Word? Like, not once? Like, not even joking, like, not once, but for real, like, not once? Like, not even think about, like, hey, message me on Facebook or anything? Like, nothing? Right? Okay. So, mind you, this happens almost verbatim this almost happened for verbatim almost every year. Every year. I literally I don't go out because I don't want to see them. I don't interact because I don't want to see them. And it's always the same thing. Dinner happens, not invited. What happens? Everybody goes to the bar and then everybody shows up, right? And then mind you, I understand the dinner is supposed to be there for all the close friends, but who was I?
Was I not a close friend?
Right.
Yeah, tell me who I was. I like that. And you can put that in my song list. Keep going. Yes, I have a song list.
Okay. But who really was I? And I shared deep dark secrets with you. At a time where my life was changing, really, really kind of crazy. Like you kind of held me together a little bit. Right. So what?
Yeah, like I was never nothing to you.
I was nothing. You really treated me like nothing. So
that's fucked up.
I kind of.
Indeed.
Every time it happens, I don't go out. I don't go to the bar, and it's like I kind of suck it up and don't care because I get into a mode, and you both seen this where I do not care, and when I don't care, bad things happen. Not saying I do things, it just happens that way. It just is. When I don't care about somebody, I just I shut every emotion, thought process, every being of you is just completely out of my system completely, and I have to do that because of the fact of if I think about it, it'll hurt.
Right. So you got to get all Fouché on it.
Yeah. I don't care.
Another fucking chemist.
Yeah. So yeah, that's. I'm not gonna share any names, but yeah, that happens. More often than not, and then mind you, I said it happened almost every year for verbatim. That's crazy. It's crazy though, Very. And what's the other thing too is like, I remember I showed up to one of the bars, right, when he was visiting. I was leaving from Saber practice, just going to the bar just to get a drink. Mm-hmm. He was there, and I was like. And literally, without a second thought, oh, hey, what's up? How you doing? I was like,
Man.
I don't.
Not awkward at all?
Nah.
At that point, you got no time to be playing
Black
the games.
Caesar, like, what should I, how should I be reacting? And then, there's that thing. It's like, I'm acting this way because it's effective. Like, I've gotten rid of you completely out of my system from being hurt. Seeing you, okay, cool. You here with your friends. I'm not one of your friends. Granted, we are Facebook friends. Right. Don't get me wrong. We are Facebook friends. True. It's one of those things like I don't follow his posts. He don't follow my posts. He, whatever the case may be.
You're cordial.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever. I don't. If I see him, I see him. I don't. I don't really give a shit. Like, but it's just one of those things. And there's the other. So that's one story. We're gonna cut it off at this last story. Mm-hmm. Last story, guys. Because I got tons of them.
Yeah, got tons.
I got tons of them.
But this is gonna be the last one.
This is gonna be the last one.
Oh shit.
I remember, and it didn't happen that far. It happened. What was it? Last year?
Damn.
This year? Can't remember. Because I kind of blocked it out because I wanted to. And that's the thing too. When I want to not think about something, I literally have to block it out because it hurts too much to realize what is going on. There was a party that was happening, right? Everybody was invited, not me. And I sit there and I think a lot of times. I know, it was in New York, and I sit there and think like. It was a person that I thought we were really good friends, and we had sexual relations with each other. Sexual relations.
I love how you fucking just got so formal. That was.
I want to be formal at this point, so let me be formal.
We had sexual relations.
Yeah.
Yeah, nigga, that's what you said.
We had sexual relations. We had sex. Anyway. But at the same time, I thought we were, really good. I thought we were becoming more like there was things that happened in his life, and I was like okay with it, but I thought we were becoming even more friends, right? And then there was a party that they had, and I was invited. I was kind of like, why wasn't I invited? What did I do? And that's the thing too. Like I'm going like, and there's been multiple parties that happen in like people I've known before other people, and they get invited, and I'm wondering like, what the fuck did I do? Why wasn't I invited? And I never know the answer. I choose not to know the answer because I think the answer will piss me off. But because it's the truth.
It hurts.
Yeah.
I'd rather just deal with it, so I could never talk to the person again, if that was the case. No, if I need to get rid of you, you just need to tell me what the expiration date is, so I can fucking throw you in the trash.
Right.
Friend visa.
Yeah. Oh, I'm with that.
Word.
But yeah, I what's weird too? It's like where was I? I was home, and I was like. I was coming home and I was just like, yo, you going to the party? And somebody messaged me, was like, yo, you going to the party? I was like,
that's usually how it is.
I was like, I didn't get that invite. Like, oh shit, no, I didn't get that invite.
Unbelievable.
So, not only is there a party happening, but you didn't invite me. And then so now it's the whole fact of I have to watch pictures be uploaded to Facebook. Because one, there's pictures that people gonna do it. Two, Instagram can't go to Instagram because every time somebody all the people that I'm friends with on Instagram or Facebook, everybody that's there is gonna be tagged. So now everybody's in the fucking pictures. It gets annoying. It's hurt. Like to me, it's hurtful. And not for nothing, like I can come belligerent. I can come very belligerent, and sometimes I choose to. Not be the angry black guy. No, really, no.
Yeah, I know you try not to.
No.
I know you definitely try not to.
But no, on some real shit. Because one, like I hate to say this, but no, I really don't hate to say this. But in the gay world, particularly the bear world, nothing stings worse than actually being the angry black guy. Because the angry black guy is the angry black guy that nobody wants. The angry black guy is the one that they don't want to see or they can't deal with.
Right.
Well, don't do dumb fucking shit.
Precisely.
Actually own up to your bullshit. To me.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh, that's a big request.
Unless it's the lotto, motherfuckers don't want to own up to shit.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where it's like the whole fear of missing out thing is kind of it. I wish people. Okay, so if you don't want somebody there, just tell them that you don't want them there, so they can just cut you off after your life. For real, because to have them dangling around in this little fucking
web of deceit,
Twilight Zone shit is bullshit. You don't want people in your life. Don't have them. Don't invite them. Don't put them in your life. Don't even get them off Facebook. Don't even talk to them.
Be honest.
Be honest.
Sometimes honesty is great. I remember I mentioned this once before on the podcast. Like, if motherfuckers racist to me, just fucking be racist. Let me know where you stand. So I can be like,
for real.
With you. Like, keeping it real. My first girlfriend was white. Her dad didn't like me. He was like straight up like, yo, you're a hardworking, respectable young man, and I like you. Just don't want you for my daughter. Keeping it real. He used to tell her all the time, fucking, I want white grandchildren. And I'm like, this is when we would go out. And I'm like, damn. But at least he's honest. He ain't saying nigga behind my fucking back. He's telling me, listen, black man, don't like this shit. But if he can be honest, why can't anybody who calls themselves a friend be fucking honest? And for the most part, most of my friends give me the nitty gritty. They let me know. We pull punches when we're trying to be. We pull punches sometimes, but we usually fucking let people know some shit right away.
Because people can't be challenged. People don't like being challenged or being in conflict, because them being in conflict, they feel that they really can't defend themselves. And see, when you get into that mode, it's like, oh, yo, people can't be honest because they don't want conflict, and because it's hard because they can't take the realization of you saying your truth and how you feel about the situation and how you felt about this, whatever it could be. And granted, it's a I don't know. I'm trying to think of it. Fictitious thing sometimes, being like fictitious thing a little bit, because it's a party, but it's a get together. You look at a party as a get together of people that
It's a mixer.
At people that you haven't seen in a while, but you want to share this space and this time with them, to build better bonds.
Build better bonds, yeah.
You better verify your bonds, motherfucker.
Diversify.
Yeah, but those bonds sometimes don't. They like those. You want to build those bonds or make them tighter than what they are. And the problem is people kind of one, let life get to them like your boy did, or two, become oblivious like you said, or three, know what the fuck they're doing and just don't give a shit. But on that note, we're going to end it on a somber note. Should we? No.
Yeah. We already fucking said with the fucking best note ever. Fouché 2019. Sometimes if you don't care, then we don't care either.
Yeah.
I go for him.
Damn right.
I vote for him too. Like, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Well, thanks for joining us again for another fucking wonderful episode of True Story Motherfucking Bros.
Yes.
One of your boys, Sir Wednesday, scourging the internet. To my right, this fucker.
The heartbreak. Here roundhouse. The sad one.
Sorry. You just made that real fucking somber, you suck.
Well, we are wearing 2 Black Panther shirts. Let's just,
let's say yes. And the other gentleman wearing a Black Panther t-shirt is I, your beloved Black Caesar, who oddly enough is talking in a Wakandan accent. Forever.
Forever.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Don't forget to hit that bell on the right. Also tune into here Roundhouse Gaming, where I'll be doing some Twitch streaming tomorrow. And I do it pretty much like from Monday all the way up until Thursday, around 12 o'clock. Like, I start streaming around 12 o'clock to about 4.
Also, check us out on our other platforms. We do now, our True Story Bro Show is now available on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Breaker, as well as Anchor FM.